Yo, what's up? It's Andro, Koen. And funny story, I was in the middle of forming a module for Founders Acquisition, right? Literally 15 minutes ago. And I was 30 minutes in, like 32 minutes. And my nose just, I don't know what it was. I think it was from the milk I was drinking. I've got some raw milk in the fridge or this coffee, just a dairy, right? And my nose just like got blocked. I could barely breathe. And I just shut down the module. And most people, right? They are, what is the word? They are satisfied with producing less than exceptional quality products. And when it comes to videos, when it comes to anything in general, any work you are doing, they are satisfied with producing anything less than just exceptional. And I was literally 30 minutes in. So that 30 minutes was basically just completely lost. And I just deleted the entire video, just deleted it. And most people would continue. It's like, oh yeah, I just want to get this done. But truly, I'm telling you, if you can just work on something and give your absolute best and just focus on the inputs as much as possible, you don't even have to care about the outputs. And the outputs in this case is more money, more success, whatever the case, whatever you deem successful, it's more of that, okay? If you just focus on the inputs. Let me give you an example, actually straight from Founders Acquisition, our modules. Let's take Robert Greene, right? He's obviously got a bunch of books. If he focuses on the output, right? Like the book sales of his book, 48 Laws of Power, he's not going to be as successful as someone who's actually just focused on writing the best piece of work, just writing a good book. If you just focus on every single sentence, on writing the best piece of work you can, and not obsessing over the outputs, just the inputs, right? You will make a ton of money. You will actually make more money than the person who's just focused on the outputs. All right, but that's completely, this is like this video. You probably clicked on this video and you're like, Andro, what are you saying? But I'm telling you, this is really what it all comes down to. It's just focusing on doing your best work right in front of you. That's all. And that is really, and like Alex Emoji says, the work is the goal. Because you've set goals you've said would make you happy. You've achieved goals you've said would make you happy. I've achieved all the goals on my vision board. And then the goalpost just moves. Now it's not $20,000 a month, then it's $100,000 a month. You know, or we'll put in rands. My goal was 400 or 500,000 rand a month. Now it's 2 million a month. And when it's 2 million a month, it's probably going to be 4 million and then 10 million a month. It's just going to and this might seem crazy to people, but I'm telling you, like, I'm still very early in this journey. I have zero doubt I'll achieve these things because what we are building is just, like I mentioned, I can see the future. Like I'm like a psychic in that sense. I can like just see what's happening because I study from a bunch of different sources. Like I learn from a bunch of different people and I just look at a bunch of different, insights that I can kind of, put things together, right? Like I can, it's called pattern recognition, right? I can spot patterns, and if you can spot patterns, you can see trends. But anyway, back to the video you came here to watch. How I made 4 million rand my first year in business. And you'll see first year is like in quotation marks. The reason I say that is because where does the first year even start? And I started this, the first year, right, is in my current business where I made my first 4 million rand in the first year, right? Is the current business I have. Before that, I started a bunch of other businesses, like in high school, when I was like 18, 19, I was trying a bunch of different stuff, like Instagram theme pages. Like I grew an account called MolThink. It's still on Instagram. That account, every single business I tried, right? Well, that's not even a business, but every single project I tried failed, and I got scammed, or I just lost all my savings. And this shouldn't really faze you whatsoever, and nothing in life should really faze you. So, at the time it was kind of shitty. Like I spent 6 months growing this account. It was actually growing pretty well. It's like 60K followers right now, but when he bought it was like at 40, 30K, whatever. And he took my username and password, and he took my money. It's like I was left with nothing. So imagine putting 6 months of effort into something, and then after that you're left with literally nothing. I told my dad, I'm like, yo, this guy wants to give me like $1,000. I don't know how much it was at the time. I can't really remember, but he was paying me over PayPal. And then basically I gave him the username and the password of the Instagram account because I was looking to make like affiliate sales from the account. I got no sales from it, nothing. I just told people I made sales, like on the Instagram page. I'm like, yo, I'm making money from this, even though I'm not. And then sold the account. Maybe it's Karma, whatever. And then he refunded the money as well. I'm like, whoa. So I was left with nothing. And then I did drop shipping. I started a page. I got a product. I had no idea what I was doing. I was created the website and ran some ads, shitty ads, put like 1,000 Rand behind it, which is basically nothing. Made no sales. And I'm like, yo, this is terrible. I'm not doing this. And then I did Forex trading, lost 80% of my savings. I did crypto. My mom actually gave me some money, and which I bought an iPhone, right? So I'm very grateful for that. But the rest of the money I just put into crypto. I did like a 4x because everyone made money during that time. I think it was like the 2022 bull market or something. So everyone made money. I thought I was like gonna become a millionaire. And then I basically just left it there and it tanked. So I basically lost all of it there as well. And then, as you all know with the story, I started working with Iman Gaji. He put up a story. He's looking for short form editors. I'm like, yo, this is my chance. It was literally like 9 p.m. on like a random Tuesday, scrolling on Instagram stories. And sometimes being like a degenerate like that actually helps. You know, like now I mute all my stories. So I don't see anyone's stories. I don't see anyone's posts. I only see like motivational stuff on my Instagram. Like and I just follow like not follow, but like just a few people's stories are unmuted. So I literally watch no one's stories, no one's posts. I don't know what's going on in people's lives whatsoever. I don't really focus on that. But I was scrolling on Instagram, the stories, right? This was like 3 years ago. And I saw he put up a story. And this was back when he had like 80,000 followers or something. And obviously I applied. I put my best foot forward. I'm like, yo, I'm the guy to do it, even though I had zero skills. And that's also a skill you have to cultivate, is being confident, even if you have nothing to back it up. Zero, because confidence is really just your ability to figure something out. That's all it really comes down to, is your ability to figure something out. And figure something out happens in the future. So it means you haven't done it yet. That's confidence. It's like, I don't know it yet, but I will figure it out. That's basically what confidence is, okay? So you need to cultivate that in yourself. It's extremely important. Like I'm telling you, making money comes, like 80% of it comes down to just being confident. I'm telling you right now, you can have the best skills in the world, the best persuasion, the best tactics, the best sales script, but if you don't have confidence, the guy with confidence and almost no skills will beat you every single time. You really, it's imperative. Like this is crucial. You have to have that confidence. It's basically just like brainwashing yourself in a good way and unlearning all like the social programming from like school system and stuff like that. Just remember, just forget everything you learned in high school. Just like forget all of that. Honestly, it's all of it is useless. You think your grade 11 marks and your matric marks are going to mean anything? If you want to go to college, sure. If you want to become a doctor or engineer, okay, study and, follow the rules and stuff. But if you want to make money online, if you want to live like a, like the digital nomad lifestyle or like remote work and earn in dollars and all of this stuff, you don't need a degree. You don't need any high school. Like they don't care. I've done 1,000 sales calls. Like I've talked to 1,000 people in the US, business owners, not a single one of them, not one out of 1,000. That's like zero. Okay, I don't want to do the math, but not a single person asked for my degree. They didn't ask where I went to school. They didn't ask what my matric marks were. I'm telling you, if you're a matric right now and you are scared of like your matric marks and you failed your science or whatever, no one cares. I'm telling you right now, just give it like 2-3 years. You're going to be like, oh yeah, like I remember Andro said, like it literally doesn't matter at all. But at the time, when you're doing that, you're like, oh shit, this is terrible, right? But I'm telling you, it doesn't matter whatsoever. You have to basically just remove all that stuff. Even, like I mentioned, university is the biggest scam of all. But anyway, just give it like 5 years, you'll see. I can already see it. I can already spot the things that are going to happen. All this money from the traditional education system are going to move towards online education because traditional education is so slow. It's so slow. They are updating their curriculum every 4 years. Bro, technology and social media are adapting and changing every 4 weeks. They just can't keep up. They just can't. And all that money is basically going, and we're going to become the biggest, school or community or online education program in South Africa, without a doubt. All that money from the traditional education system is going to go to us, right? Because we are constantly adapting. We are adapting to the new world and social media and technology and all these things. The traditional education system just can't keep up. They just can't keep up. They need to print books and that takes like years. And then they're teaching like like billboard ads and shit. Like who uses that? It's completely a waste of time. Don't do it. Like obviously at the end of the day, you need to make your own decision. But I'm telling you right now, it's a waste of time and a waste of money. The biggest thing is really just a waste of time. Time is your most valuable resource, and you're spending your most energetic and like your most testosterone fueled years from like 19 to 24 basically doing nothing when you could have built like $1 million business. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so worked with him on, made my first couple $1,000s online, and that was really when I felt my absolute richest. When I was making like 60,000 rand, 55,000 rand a month. Like that's when I felt my absolute richest. It's crazy because I went from zero to like 55,000 rand a month. So it's like this massive jump, and it's like almost top 1% in the country. As like a 19, 20-year-old kid. And a year later, I went through. So I used that money. Obviously, I had a fun. I had a very nice 21st birthday on like a beach house type of thing, or like a boat house. What do I call it? Like a lake house. That's the right word. Had a lot of fun. That was like $1,000. I spent like 18,000 rand on my 21st birthday, and I don't regret a single cent of that. And then basically a year later, I bought programs. And during this time, while I was working with Iman, I bought programs, went through programs, wanting to build my own agency, because I know that job is not going to be forever. I knew that. So I wanted to build up the skills, sales, marketing, service delivery, all the skills you need for an agency. I went through the programs, bought the programs, spent thousands of dollars on that. And then basically a year later, I was making like 400,000 rand a month at 21. It's pretty ridiculous. Like at 21 years old, I was making like 400,000 rand a month. And that's revenue. So it was like $22,000. So USD to ZAR. Okay, it's like 387 rand. 387,000 rand. So let's just say like it was 70% margins. So times 0.7. It was like 270,000 rand in my pocket, straight in my pocket. And then I had to pay like 30% tax, but like I basically had no profit because I just spent it all on like traveling and stuff like that, and back in the business and all these things. So I barely paid tax on that. It was just like because I had no profit for the year. It was like very low profit. Okay. Anyway, bought the programs, and the thing you don't see is like from 18 to like 21, those 3 years, I basically made like no money. Or for like the first 2 years, I basically made no money. I just lost it all on like different business models and projects and ventures. Like basically went nowhere. But the skill you need to learn is grit. This is it. It's not necessarily like IQ takes you to like the $1 billion, level. You need like a high IQ for that. But to make like $1 million, even $10 million, right? I'm not sure. Like my buyout number is $15 million. That's when I'll be happy. No, I'm kidding. but like $15 million is like my buyout number. So that's like how much I want in the bank, where I'm like, yo, I'm pretty much set. I can now just work for work's sake. Now the work is the goal type of thing. I don't have to necessarily work for money. That's around like 15 million. And zero doubt, just give me like before 30. That's the goal, right? I'll probably do it before then. But yeah, like before 30, like that's, like 28, 29, 30, it doesn't really matter. I'll basically look the same, all these things, like from like 20 to 30. If you work on yourself as like a man, because I can only speak from that perspective, you basically look the exact same. It's just you make a shit ton more money if you do the right things. If you build an online business where your income isn't capped. That's the thing I also like about online business, is that your income potential isn't capped. Okay. It's like with a job, you can get like a 5% raise, maybe, if you do a good job and your boss sees you're working hard. You can get like a 5 to 10% raise. Cool. But literally, I'm not even kidding. Like, I took a screenshot. My first year, when I started to make money, I went up 2.3 million% in a year. 2.3 million%. Bro, and you're talking about a 10% raise, or like a 10% in the S&P 500, every year. In 1 year, I went up 2.3 million%. Like, grasp that. Where on earth are you going to find those returns in a job, in any meme coin? And the thing is, I now possess those skills to grow it even further. When you grow like a meme coin, let's say by 2.3 million percent, you probably got extremely lucky. And now you need to be lucky again. And that's very difficult. But if you have the skill sets, which I did through going through the programs that I bought, the mentorship and stuff, like I literally now have spent, when this year ends, I will have spent, let me calculate. It's like over R1 million on mentorships, over R1 million on mentorships, and it has returned tenfold. You know, like the successful people never think about the cost; they always think about the returns. You know, I almost never like, yeah. One thing I've realized, I take a lot of risks. Like in the future, I might either be homeless or like a billionaire. Those are the only two outcomes because I'm extremely like I like taking risks is like I thrive on that. Just my back against the wall, just like, yo, if you don't make this happen, you are like gonna die. You know, like I like those situations. It's just like, you know, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it. But the thing is, in that year, right? What was I trying to say? Let's just go back to obviously when I bought the programs. So even when I bought like my most expensive program at the time, which was $10,000, right? It's like 180,000 Rand. I didn't have the money for that. I literally didn't have the money. I only had money for like 2 months. So they split up the $10,000 into like 6 months. I only had money for like 2 months. And then I basically had to go in debt to sign clients, right? To pay off the rest of the program. And then I made like $22,000 in 6 months. And then basically just rode that entire wave, basically around that level for like a year. Now we're running ads and we're looking to scale it. Well, like our goal is like $100,000 a month by the end of this year. It's around about 2 million Rand a month by the end of this year. That's the goal. Don't know if I'll hit it. Maybe I'll hit it in March. It doesn't really care. I don't really care. It's just like, it's a good goal to achieve. And I know when I achieve that, it's probably, I'm going to want to make $200,000 a month and then 400 and then 500. It's like, it's just going to increase. So I truly believe like the thing I'm after is just, becoming the best I can possibly be, you know, and money and all these things is like it's good to track, you know. Money is very tangible. It's like you can see, okay, last year I made this much, the next year I made this much, so I'm actively improving my skills, getting better at business and just growing my business. So money is a good tangible thing to really just like quantify how good you're doing. It's not necessarily, obviously lifestyle, all these things are amazing, right? Don't get me wrong, but like it's just the indicator of how well you're doing. And yeah, that was like my first year in business. But you also have to realize that 3 years before that, I made like no money. And then in like 1 year, I grew my income by 2.3 million percent. So that's basically how entrepreneurship works. It's for like the first 3 years or 2 to 3 years. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like it's all really the same. You're basically going to see no results, like nothing whatsoever. And then in like the fourth year or third or fourth year, you're basically going to skyrocket. And it's like, what just happened? You know, people are like, for the first 2 years, people are going to tell you, oh, get a job. You know, you're not making any money. This thing isn't working. You can clearly see it's not working. But it's like a trait that you have where you don't care about anyone else's opinion whatsoever. And you just say, I'm doing this. You all are wrong. I'm doing this thing. It's like a trait. And it's even the same with people, and this might take a completely different turn, but people who took the vaccine, right? You basically, every single person, my friends, family members, the news, everyone was saying like, yo, take this vaccine, right? And I'm just like, no, because I don't want to. Like it's like if you can follow your own path and you know I'm gonna do this thing no matter what someone else says, that is an extremely rare trait. You have to realize that, where you follow your own path no matter what. Every single person, your family members, your friends, the news, social media, every single person is telling you, yo, take this vaccine. And it's not about the vaccine, it's about the skill set, being able to think for yourself and be like, no, I don't want that. Like I don't care what anyone else thinks. It's I don't want that in my body. Like, well, I don't care what you think. It's the exact same with going to college. It's a trait. It's a skill set that people who are extremely successful have. It's like this rare DNA, and especially now, people who took the vaccine and those who don't, the unvaccinated people, like it's this rare DNA. Like I don't want my wife to be vaccinated. But anyway, that's completely a different story. But it's like this trait, like the same with college, right, or university. Everyone is telling you get a degree. All your friends are getting a degree. All of them are going to university. All of them are getting this BCom thing. Social media is telling you to get a job. Like it's like this sheep mentality. Just follow the people, and then there's just like this one person who's like, no, fuck you. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want that. And then everyone else is telling you this is not working. And for 2 years, 3 years, it's not going to work. That's the funny thing. For like 2, 3 years, they're gonna be right, and they're gonna see like, oh, you haven't made any money from your business. Oh, you're still working. It's not working. Like, you can obviously see you're not making money from this. With a job, you work, and 3 days later you instantly get a paycheck. It's like instant gratification, right? But if you can delay the gratification, it's a skill set. It's being able to, no, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to start my agency. I'm going to start my business. For 2, 3 years, I'm going to fail. Or let's say 2 years, I'm going to fail, right? Sign no clients, but build up the skill set of grit and resilience and keep going. And then in a year, you make like 2.3 million% increase in your income. And then people are like, you are making literally more than any CEO of any South African company as like a kid in his 20s who barely knows what he's doing, right? And then people are like, oh yeah, I always knew. Bro, I always knew. I'm just glad someone else now came to the fact, right? I always knew, but most people around you aren't gonna know. They just aren't gonna know because they can't read your brain, and they're all thinking about their own problems, and everyone's got their own things going on, right? So if you can just focus on your own thing and know deep down, if you work hard at this and don't quit, you are gonna make it. And you don't want to fall for all of these external things, right? You want to just be like locked in, like a horse with blinders on, like not care about anyone else's views or anything. So if you can see the correlation between people who took the vaccine and it's the exact same people, right? I'm telling you right now, people who start their own business, like 95% of them also didn't take the vaccine because it's a skill set. It's like a trait of like, no, I don't care what anyone else thinks. What do I want? What do I want, right? And I want to make a shit ton of money, millions of dollars, travel the world, have houses all over the world, Italy, I don't know, America, South Africa, like go to Dubai, like go on the yachts, like do all of that. I want that. I want a fast car, all these things, right? Family one day, like, and not being able to, and not working and like having a boss. Like what? I don't want that. Like I want to live a life of total freedom, time freedom. Like let's say, oh, let's go to Italy. Boom. Let's just next day. Like spontaneity, do whatever I want. I want that, right? And anything that isn't that, I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna care. I honestly don't give a shit, honestly, because it's what I want, right? And that's like the skill set you need to develop. And this takes some time, obviously, but usually it's. I also wrote on my Instagram community. I said that. What did I say? What did I say? Let's put it up. I completely forgot. But by the way, you should follow my Instagram community. It's like a channel. If you can go to my Instagram bio, it's like Conquer with Andro. It's like a members channel. Yeah, it is. We live in a world where the people who were degenerates in school are rewarded, and those who follow the rules are exploited. I don't make the rules. I only play the game to win. People like that one a lot. They got like a lot of views. Wow. So we live in a world where the people who were degenerates in school, because who are degenerates in school? They didn't follow the rules. They don't care about authority figures. They just did their own thing. Like, I don't care what people think. I'm gonna just do my own thing, right? It's like, I'm gonna skip school. I'm gonna not go to that class. I'm gonna do things on the weekends I shouldn't do. And those who follow the rules are exploited. The people who got got the brownie points from the teachers, who sit in the front of the class, who the teachers loved, they're gonna struggle in life because those who follow the rules are exploited. They are usually the employees of the degenerates. That's how it works. Like all these people who have big companies, I'm telling you right now, they were all complete degenerates in high school. Like they didn't give a shit. I don't make the rules. It's a game. Like I mentioned, life, entrepreneurship, all of this is a game. You have to follow. I don't make the rules. The game has its rules. I only play to win. And the rules at the moment is like, if you follow the rules, if you follow what people say you want to do, is like, oh, you should go to college, you should get a degree, it's the right thing to do, get a job. It's like, there's just no, I would rather die. There's no way. And that's like the level you need to get at, right? That's the level you need to get at. It's like either get rich or die trying. There's no in between. So there's just no other way. I don't know how to explain this. I literally told my dad, there's no way in hell. I said those exact words. I'm working a 9 to 5. There's just not like it doesn't sit right with my DNA. I just can't do it. And if you can't do something, the other path is the natural path to follow. I had to start my own business. There's just no other way. Hopefully this like energy transfers over to you. Okay. And if you have that inside of you, I'm telling you, like there's something different about South Africans. Like we are just like completely built different. Like the richest person in the world is South African, if that's just something. We just lack the self-belief. We've got the skills. I'm telling you, I know all of these big entrepreneurs. I went through all of the program. I went through the best of the programs. I've even got good testimonials for all of them. Like I know the top people, right, in the game. Like the young top guys, I know all of them, right? I've been through their programs. I've talked to them one-on-one. A lot of these guys, okay? Like now that I think about it, actually like very, very big guys that you know. And all of them, like 50% of their team are South Africans. 50% of their team. I mean, like even Iman Gadzi's videographer is South African, Alex. You know, shout out to Alex. He's like the videographer. He makes like mini cinematic movies, right? It's like even Charlie Morgan's team. Like I saw his team, like 50% South Africans. It's crazy, but I think we really underestimate ourselves. We really do. We've got like this insane skill set, but we just lack that belief that we can actually lead something. I mean, the richest person in the world is South African. Like, come on, we've the top UFC fighter is South African. Like, come on. If you can just unlock that belief that you can actually like accomplish big shit, like massive shit, like the biggest shit, right? Okay, that just sounds weird, but like you can actually accomplish big things. You've got the skill sets. There's this quote that George Mack said on Chris Williamson's podcast. He said that there's someone with 10 times your self-belief, but half your skill set, making 5 times your money. Truly let that sink in. They've got half your skill set, and as a South African, like we are extremely hardworking people. They've got half your skill set. You're already at the top when it comes to skill set, but they have 10 times your self-belief. Therefore, they're making 5 times your money. They're making 5 times more because you've got the skill set. You just lack the self-belief. And that's truly what it comes down to. And even Tony Robbins, he's like a multi-billionaire. He said that success is 80% psychology and 20% strategies. So people are thinking about the skill sets and the strategies and the sales scripts and the email copy and like the subject line and like, oh, how many times should I follow up and how many what should my cadence be, and like is it for every 48 hours should I follow? It's all these small stupid things. It's obviously important. That's 20% of it, but 80% is the psychology and the belief that you can truly make it happen, and without a doubt it will happen. That is it. I'm telling you right now, that is truly it. And all these successful people, like they all knew they were going to become extremely successful one day, because why not? Okay, but you won't do that if you are following the rules. I can tell you that for a fact. You need to actually break the rules and create your own rules and just play the game how you want to play it. So this is not like a tactical video, but I'm telling you, like the strategies and the tactics, that is 20% of it. The other 80% is the psychology and the self-belief and the mindset that you can figure anything out. Confidence is just your ability to figure something out in the future. And I have no doubt I'll figure, like if there's a roadblock, I will just, like find my way around it, or I will move over it, or I'll push it over. Like, doesn't matter what happens. It's grit. That's the skill set. That's why the gym helps so much as well, because like 94% of the time, I'm not motivated to go to the gym, but I go anyway. I eat healthy. I follow extremely strict diet. Like I do all these things. I don't have a cheat day. Like the other day, I like a cheat day because I had no food because I'm just focused on work. So I'm like, oh shit, I actually need to eat. And then I just ordered some sushi. It's not really like a cheat day even. Like, it's like I'm extremely rigorous when it comes to this stuff. Okay. But anyway, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's a bit of a longer one, but I enjoy these rants, and let me know if you do too. Comment. What emoji should you comment? Comment like the emoji that goes like this. Comment that emoji down below, and then I know you watched to the absolute end. I see we're on the 30-minute mark, so it's a good way to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed it. Like all the links down below. Community, signing your first of 5 high-ticket clients. You can watch that video. Schedule a call down below if you want to join our private community as well. All that is down below. Other than that, see you on the next one.